Well, hello there, my good friends. Thanks once again for clicking on my video. You're all beautiful people with your comments and your likes. I totally respect that. Fair play to you. You're a great bunch of people. And above all, I hope you're all keeping healthy and well. Outside the racing side. That's the main thing. Keeping healthy and well. Last night's video. Windsor, 7-1 each way. Finished second. The 8:30 at Windsor, 3-1 winner. The 9 o'clock at Windsor, 5-1 winner. Kempton, never ever done it before. I drew an absolute blank. A blank. In the 7:15 I tipped a horse. Number 7. That was gambled from 2-1 into 2-5. 2-5 on. And absolutely hammered by 11-1 shot. What's going on with racing, people? What's going on? And then I got up off my big cake hole at 8 o'clock and I walked into town. I went to the bookies and I really fancied the horse that I gave you last night. What was the name of the horse? Hold on now, sorry. I'm sure it was in the 8:30 at Kempton. Or the 8:30 at Windsor, sorry. So I didn't have a winner at Kempton. The 8:30 at Windsor this evening. Yeah, it's only gone 11:30, so I'll call it this evening. I was very strong in last night's video on number 2, Aim for the Bull. And I got up off my dung shoes, walked into town to back the horse. True as God. And I went into Paddy Power's and completely changed my mind. And I wrote down the horse. I backed number 3 instead. Galactic Glow, 5-2 favours. Gambled in. And what happened? Aim for the Bull, my strong fancy, won. That was a bit of a blow. So then I said, I put a tenner on the favours in the 8:45. Sorry now, this computer is messing up again. I had put an old tenner in the 8:45 on the favours at Kempton, the last race. And I also tipped him in last night's video. Balgowan. I thought he was an absolute certainty. Beaten by a neck by a 7-1 shot. That'll just show your luck is not in. But anyway, that's last night's video. Look, we won't weep, we won't moan, we won't whinge. We won't whinge about the minge, as they say. That's racing for you. We'll move on to tomorrow's racing. Now I had a reason for going through the whole 7 cards tomorrow. Every single race. Because I thought I was going to get a repeat of 20 years ago. I started seeing my kids' names coming up. Wee Mary, My Boy Harry, Son. I found Newport, where I was born in Wales. I couldn't find a Rachel, Sean or Kenny. So Wee Mary and My Boy Harry, and there's another horse running in the 307 at Salisbury. Number 3, Harry Knows. There's a lot of Harrys coming out lately. So I might do a little bet on 3 of those tomorrow. Wee Mary, Harry Knows and Newport. We'll see about that. Anyway, I went through the whole 7 meetings just to see could I find the names. It would have been some coincidence. I told you the story about 10 videos back about the lucky 15 I done 20 odd years ago with the 4 kids that I had at the time. I have 5 now. And I almost won tens of thousands. 3 of their names came up. I'm not going to get into it now. You look back in the video. Most of you know what I'm on about. But if it ever happens again and all my kids' names comes up into one day, I'll have a big bet. But anyway, move on to tomorrow now. 7 minutes gone. Sorry for yapping and waffling and farting, and I couldn't see past the 2 Irish meetings for some reason. Roscommon, 7 races, and Wexford, 7 races. So we'll start off quickly at Roscommon. Now I'm going to give you another Super Yankee, and I'm going to give you my nap of tomorrow, the 30th of June, which is not running in Ireland. So the first race at Roscommon, and remember people, I'm only trying to help out. You don't have to back these. Some days I've good days, 7, 8, 10 winners. Other days I've nothing. That's the way racing is. You all know that. So the first race at Roscommon is the 5:30. And I've gone for the favourites, number 15. Sea of Rain, Declan MacDonald for Jim Bulger, 6-4. The second race at Roscommon is the 6 o'clock. And just to let you know about last night's video, them dizzy spells I was getting. I'm on high blood pressure tablets with years, nearly 20 years, and I'm only 55. But I didn't take one yesterday morning. So I don't know, did that cause the dizziness and all that kind of thing, but I'm grand now, thank God. I'm grand now. Move on quickly, 9 minutes in, to 6 o'clock at Roscommon. Now I went through these 2 meetings with a fine-tooth comb. And again, it's hard racing. I don't know why racing has gone so, I don't know what's going on lately. But anyway, I went for number 12 in the 6 o'clock. I went against the favourites. Star of Beauty, Billy Lee for Kevin Condon. And number 12 is 3-1. Third race at Roscommon is a 6:30. And I've gone for number 9, Thai Soldier. Gillian Brown McMulligan have a lot of rides tomorrow, but they're not all for Joseph. Number 9, Thai Soldier, he's riding for Morris Ahern. That's number 9 in the 6:30, 11-4. They're all picking up these top jockeys. All these small trainers. And why not? They get paid their riding fee, they don't care. The fourth race at Roscommon is at 7 o'clock. I'm gone for number 2. There's 3-1, there's 4-1, and there's 4-1. I went for number 2. One of the best singers that ever graced this planet. Adele. Jamie Powell for Michael O'Callaghan. Number 2, Adele, in the 7 o'clock is 4-1. Moving on quickly to the 5th race at Roscommon. And I've gone for a biggie in this, a big one, a biggie. Biggie Smalls. I just didn't fancy any in the top of the market. Now Blackjack Hills is 6-1. He could win it. But I went for number 5 for some reason, after going through the form. Utterberg. Rory Mulligan for Laura Harrigan. 1-3 in a bounce and then a duck egg, but she's down in class. So number 5 in the 7:30 at Roscommon is 20-1. The 6th race at Roscommon, my friends, is the 8 o'clock. And I've gone against the 5-4 favours. And I've gone for number 1. For Ross O'Sullivan, Donna O'Connor riding. Horse and distance winner, 1 mile 4, big 30 grand race on Tuesday at Roscommon. There's a couple of horses in the race that won last time out, but number 1 is the class horse of the race. Chally Shoot. That's number 1 in the 8 o'clock at Roscommon. He's 4-1 third favourite. The last race at Roscommon, 13 minutes in, is the 8:30. The last race is the 8:30. It's a 2-1 favourite. And I went for number 3, Ross O'Sullivan again. Crackling Gold, 10-1 each way. Right, my friends, we'll slip across to Wexford, where there's a good jump card on, which is a day meeting. Starts at 2:20. And at the 2:20 in Wexford, I went for number 1. I was going to say top weight, but they're all carrying 11 stone 12. Brian Harvey for Chris Collins. Impero. Another horse that is seriously down in class. Cornelius, William Mullins, Willie Mullins have 2 in this. 6 horse race. Willie Mullins have 2, Gordon Elliott have 2. I've gone for Chris Collins, number 1 in Pero. And he's 5-2 favourite. Second race at Wexford, 15 minutes. Second race at Wexford is the 250. And I've gone for the favourite, number 2. Henry de Bromhead. He'll definitely have a double tomorrow at Wexford. Definitely have a double. Henry de Bromhead. Trasnana Persa. It's an Irish name. Most of the horses have an Irish name in this race for some reason. But I've gone for number 2, Darrow O'Keefe for Henry de Bromhead. And he's 130 favourite in a 13 runner handicap chase. The third race at Wexford is the 320. I'm sorry about the last few videos, people. I just can't pick out the winners. I don't know why. And nobody else has seemed to do. I don't know what's going on. We just have to take it as it comes. But the main thing, don't blow your wad. You know what I mean? Gamble responsibly, like I always say. The 320 at Wexford, I went for number 8. Keith Donoghue for Ian Patrick Donoghue. Sea of Doubt. And Sea of Doubt is 7-2. Favourite. I think there's a good few favourites going to come in tomorrow, especially in Ireland. The fourth race at Wexford is the 350. And I've also gone for number 8. Charlie O'Dwyer riding for Conor O'Dwyer. Won by 2.5 lengths last time, 7 furlongs lower mark, 2 miles 7 handicap chase. I went through all this for him, so I picked him out for a reason. Number 8 is Teenage Kiss. I remember my first Teenage Kiss. It was about 10 years ago. And Teenage Kiss is 9-2, second favourite. The fifth race at Wexford is the 420. You better hurry the fuck up now, Kenny. The 420, I went for number 5. Future Prospect. Fed last time out. Brian Hayes for Willie Mullins. I had to give this one to Willie Mullins. And number 5 is 11-4. The penultimate race at Wexford is the 450. And I've gone for number 14. There's a 2-1 favourite in this. I'd say it's Henry de Bromhead again. And the good old Tipperary colours, blue and yellow. Let me just check now, number 10. Yes, Darrow O'Keefe for Henry de Bromhead. But I went for number 14. Gavin Cromwell have 2 horses in the race. Conor Stone Welsh is riding. Sophia Rose. A bunch of placed horses off for 7 months and then finished second last time out, beaten by a half length. So the 450 at Wexford, Sophia Rose is 11-2, third favourite. Right, the last race at Wexford is the 5:20. I'll run through the Super Yankee now like lightning in a minute. And my nap for tomorrow is at Musselburgh. The last race at Wexford, the 5:20. I've gone for number 7. London Official Calling. Gavin Cromwell again. And number 7, London Official Calling, is 11-2. So that's the 2 meetings, my friends. Things are hard at the moment. Especially after going over to Paddy Power this evening. To back a horse I fancied and change my mind. I used to do that a lot actually, but that's the way it goes. That's horse racing. There's one rule in this game. Number 1 rule. If you fancy a horse, never ever change your mind. I keep doing this. Right. I run through the Super Yankee as fast as I can. The 6:30 at Roscommon, number 9, 11-4. The 7 o'clock at Roscommon, number 2, 4-1. The 2:50 at Wexford, number 2, 3-1. The 3:20 at Wexford, number 8, 7-2. And the 4:20 at Wexford, number 5, 11-4. For some reason I think that's a very, very good Super Yankee. And I'm more than likely I'll end up doing it. And I'll put it up on the screen tomorrow night. I'm trying to save me money for Saturday. Good race on Saturday. And my nap for tomorrow, Tuesday the 30th of June. Jeez, we're nearly into July already, my Lord above. Where is the time going? My nap for tomorrow is in the 4 o'clock at Musselburgh. Number 1. And the name is Son. S-O-N. Son. 5-2 favours. That's Kenny's nap for tomorrow. 4 o'clock at Musselburgh. And I'll probably have a little painting on those 3 names that I picked out earlier. Harry, Wee, Mary and Newport. We'll see. But that's it for now. Bought a new notebook. From tonight on, I've well over 100 winners in the last month. If you check on my videos. From tonight on, I'm going to catalogue how many winners I have every single week. So we know where we stand. There's no messing here, lads. There's no ads on my videos. There's no messing around. I'm just here to try and help people get an L, make a few bob, get a few winners. Sometimes I get it right, some days I get it wrong. That's life. We do that outside horse racing as well, remember. We get things wrong. We'll rise again. Don't worry about it. That's it for now. 24 minutes. Best of luck to everybody. Most of all, stay healthy. Stay fit and healthy. Don't gamble what you can't afford. Gamble responsibly. And never chase your money. Kenny from Tipperary over and out. I'll see you in a shorter video tomorrow night, please God. God bless you all. Love you all. God bless. Night, night.